Hello.
Wait.
Hello and welcome.
My mouth full of food, you son of a bitch!
When I'm in the seat of power, it gets screwy. I am Brendan Ailes, the Red DM, and this is another one-shot with in the ongoing world that I've done for our one-shot. Our party has found themselves on the Ariana-Atropian border. You're on the Ariana side. Atropia is generally to your north. Our party has recently arrived at Camp Muckford after escorting war supplies from the nearby city about 5 days away on the trade road. You were well paid for a boring job. Nothing happened. Some of you have already spent some of your pay to represent the adventuring gear that you've collected. However, upon arriving at Camp Muckford, you are greeted by the camp commander, Sigmund Dijkstra, and he is concerned about low morale in the camp as soldiers whisper about a monster that comes from the woods. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight is It Comes from the Woods.
Hey, how's stuff?
Hey.
I can't whistle. I was gonna wolf whistle.
It comes from the wood.
It comes from...
I wonder if it's going to come from the ocean.
Yes.
I thought it was gonna
It
come
might.
from the desert.
Because
That would be great.
the ocean is called the wood. that's not the gift on this one. I'm sorry.
The ocean named Wood, and the wood named Ocean.
Yep. Just to mess with people.
So are you getting our character information, or are
I
we
am.
already there? Okay. I wasn't sure if we were ready to start yet.
We have started,
Okay.
but rather than going around like I do usually, we're going to RP it up
Oh.
with me asking you your pertinent information as Sigmund Dijkstra.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna take a cloth and just like tie it around my face.
Alrighty.
Again?
Well, this place has a bit of a history, you might say.
So,
What
you
is
mocking
that?
me?
Rachel.
History.
Boy, so what the bloody hell are you?
How do you not recognize me?
I don't fracking know. I've been at Muckford for the past year, haven't been out and about. You've certainly got an odd disposition about you. What's your name?
Countess Lauren of Allerseth.
She's royalty!
Didn't know I was entertaining royalty. You're Countess?
No, wait, that's my job to entertain.
Ah, bloody comedian. How hard are you at it, lady?
12.
Not very sturdy. How's your constitution? You've got
+2.
health.
Oh, health. Sorry. 38.
Right. Look like you can take a hit.
I heal her
A
and
bit.
not.
You pay attention much?
Not very.
Passive.
9.
What in the blazes are you doing at a war camp, lady?
Troop morale is low. I've obviously brought a beautiful lady to entertain.
Right. You're awful quiet there. Who the hell are you?
My name is Melik I. I am an emissary of the Emerald Enclave. They send me in when wars go bad, and this one looks like it's gone bad.
Ah, astute observation. At least you pay attention. How hard do you hit the head in a fight?
12.
Ah,
No, our class.
17.
There you go. There you go.
oh dear God, is that your health?
Brendan's asking a very vague question.
I know. Health, right? That's what the
Yes. Alright.
53 for health.
Alright. You pay attention. Passive.
Yes, it would be 14.
You might hear an Atropian sneaking up on you. Alright, entertainer, who are you?
You obviously haven't heard of Nasari's slander. I am so disappointed in you.
Feelings mutual, mate. How tough are you?
Well, obviously, I'm no more tough than a 14, but my health happens to be 38.
Respectable. You pay attention.
Slightly more than the slithery, slimy, beautiful lady over there, and the
Slime.
slightly less than this gentleman over there at a 13.
Odds aren't in your favor to hear a scout sneaking up on you.
No, but they're going to hear my beautiful rendition of the lovely two ballads.
Only two he knows.
No. I know more than two. Just the two I know of this place.
Alright, Tin Man, what you got?
Well, my chainmail does well to protect me,
Alright.
and I'm quite a bit tougher than the folk that I travel with at this moment.
Is that your whole bleeding name?
No, Damien Ashbright.
Alright. You pay attention?
I pay attention to what's in front of me, the obvious.
Is that a 10? Yeah, buddy. Alrighty, what's your story?
Well, they needed someone to heal. I chose to not eat them.
We'll see how that pans out, mate. How hard are you to hit in a fight?
So you want armor class?
Yes, please.
16.
Alrighty. And how healthy are you?
I have 51 hit points.
Alrighty.
I got a 58, by the way.
And you pay attention?
I hear most everything.
How high is that?
17.
Alrighty. You'll be a credit out in the woods.
We have to go in them.
Maybe you can lure it to you. Alright. You. What's your name?
Pull back the hood. Cavalry Longstrider.
And what sort of armor are you wearing? How hard are you to hit in a fight?
17.
Pretty dexterous. How tough are you?
46. Found myself pretty healthy.
You pay attention much?
A lot better than most of these folks. 15.
I don't know what you're talking about. Did you not hear the joke about the fish, the snake, and the lizard that walked into a camp?
Is this a joke you're writing, or does it exist already?
Well, clearly I meant the fish, the snake, and the lizard.
Get new material.
What are you again?
Half elf. Half elf.
Oh, okay.
You are
Half elf as well, yeah.
and you are
Human.
Human. Okay.
But I do have dark vision.
Who?
So I can. I'm not the poor human.
So it's a fine spring day, about 10 in the morning.
Well then. No questions.
Alright. So it's true, the soldiers have been complaining about something that happened 2-3 days ago. Well, if you look about, we're a little light on numbers. That's because about 5 of me boys went out to check on disturbance over by the peasant's farm. Well, they ain't come back yet.
I do say, these fine fellows, they wouldn't have maybe taken advantage of the colorful ladies around here and then, perhaps just ditched, right?
I wouldn't blame them.
Well, no, not after some of the things I have heard you can catch here.
I see that the Muckford Muck travels far and wide. They teach you the second verse?
Yes, unfortunately, they've taught me all 4 verses.
Well,
Unfortunately.
the bigot only knows the first verse, and don't teach him the second one. He's got virgin ears.
Oh my! Obviously not the proprietor of the Happy House now, is he?
No. He's not good for much, but what he's told to do out in the field.
No, of course.
You'll know him from a distance.
I can probably smell him from here.
He's pretty loud too.
That might have been me.
All right. If I'm to be frank, I will pay you.
Are you Frank?
No, I'm Sigmund Bloody Dykstra.
Oh.
Bloody
Okay, Frank.
You can't blame him.
I could
He's
heal that.
not very observant
Bloody's not my middle name.
for a bard.
Condition? I can heal that.
I don't think Frank wants your healing right now.
You guys aren't from Ariana, apparently.
And neither are you, from what I hear about this camp. Perhaps you could be a custodian tomorrow?
I'm Denovian through and through. I'm only here because the Arianans can't hold this damn camp for more than a day or so.
Oh, please. Like there's much to hold.
Yeah.
Well, do you know of... We were already told that there's some critter out there lowering morale.
There's rumors of a critter out that's lowering morale.
We've heard
I
that.
think
Yeah,
he's finishing up his spiel, so we'll hold the questions until he's done with
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Look, brass tacks, you find me, boys, I pay you. If there's a monster and you're up for it, I pay you to deal with me monster problem too.
How
Savvy?
much?
Depends on the monster and depends on how many of my boys you get.
It's conditional.
You should try to save
We
them all.
have to bring them back alive.
Well,
If
yes.
they are alive and on Atropia's side, so long as there ain't a monster and you find them, let the boys fuck off. They're not going to be good for a fight anyway. They're dead, well, can't blame them.
We can return the corpses for proper burial.
No.
Mate, there's a war on. You bring corpses back this way, ghouls will get them in the morning.
Have you seen any tracks that this creature might have left behind?
It's a war zone. I imagine there's tracks all over.
Do an investigation.
I'm gonna check my. Let's see if my favorite enemy effects is investigation for that type of stuff.
Unfortunately, Sigmund Dijkstra is not a monstrosity or undead.
Investigation would be 14.
You can see that Sigmund's right leg is broken in 2 places with heavy stints. He hasn't seen shit outside of this camp. And it shows. He's like overweight, not wearing a well put together uniform. He runs this camp and not much else.
What happened to your leg?
I was down when Broken Skull Place was under attack. Broke through the lines, but a friggin' brick came down on me leg, busted it right center.
Painful.
Indeed.
Most
Might you
people
have-
die of shock when that happens. Must be a tough individual.
Tough enough, fat enough too.
Might you have any
You
personal
probably
effects?
bounced then.
What was that?
Might you have any personal effects of your boys, as you put it?
You could identify them by the Orionan weapons and insignias.
I was thinking more like something they might have used or worn recently.
Like right now?
Yes. Do they not have a camp with tents?
You can go talk to the infantry, see who slept where. Anything else?
No, but I must say that my day has been made so much better with your lovely demeanor.
Thank you.
Clearly, you don't know a joke when you hear one.
Yeah, Muckford will ruin your day right proper.
Oh, I don't know. Have you ever heard of the legendary warrior by the name of Zomachit?
This is a joke, ain't it?
No, uncultured swine, it's not. Well, shall we, Countess?
I'm just here to help.
I see that. Wild man of the woods. I believe that tracking beasts or monsters in the wood would be somewhat up your alley? No? Bathing certainly isn't.
Just, I say we take a look at their sleeping quarters so I can catch a scent.
Right up my woods.
You can
Also-
track them?
I can become something that tracks them.
Handy.
What say you, Redeemer?
If they can be found, they shall be.
Any brigands or any creatures we must worry about lurking these woods?
If there's a monster, you've got to worry about that. But the
No,
real,
you're paying us for that.
yeah, the real,
I mean, other things we need to worry about.
the real monsters are the Atropian non-human scouts north. They're bloody vicious and they hate us.
Look at the lizard folk, look at the Triton. Non-human? You have a problem with non-humans?
I don't. I'm from Denovia.
Oh.
But the Atropians exclusively hire non-humans in this area because they're more hardy than bleeding whelp socks. You can see that we keep our humans close and by walls because they can't handle a damn day and a half of proper marching.
Well, this is true. This is true. All right, which way to the infantry, you call it?
Out, look for the stupidest ones.
Well, in that case, we'll be staying right here.
That was a joke.
Oh, goodness gracious! The intelligence just shot through the roof. Come quickly, my friends. We must scurry along.
Alrighty. So actually, if
You're
you,
really hating on me, Mark.
so in the main camp, there's one tent.
This one?
Yes. So if you head south and out towards the main gate, you'll see the infantry's quarters.
In these tents?
Yes.
Countess, where are you from again?
Atlantis.
Atlantis. That's like...
That's real?
Yes.
I've heard tales.
Don't they have like large gambling dens there?
It's underwater.
Yes.
Like
I always thought it was a myth.
you can go there and just gamble legally? From what I hear?
In some parts of the city, yes.
Oh my.
That's Atlanta.
Oh yes, indeed.
Hey, who's talking about gambling? We've got cards and coin to spend.
Do you, sir?
You would see a large-ish half-orc walk up with a half shave, and he's got a great axe leaning on his shoulder.
You missed some.
No, that was intentional.
Oh, in that case, it looks lovely upon you. Would you care to play some cards? My friend, the Countess, is a very, very noble backer of mine, and she would be willing to stake me in any sort of high-stakes poker.
And what?
If you call 5 copper high stakes round here, that's about all you'll get off me.
Oh dear. You, my friend, you haven't perhaps seen. Do you know of some friends that might be missing?
Aye, the squad went out and didn't come back.
Yes, I believe them's the chaps.
Yeah, they was going out to the peasant farms, but way I hears it, they caught wind of some Atropian regulars pushed up towards.
Don't sprain something. It's okay. Which way to the peasant farm? East, west? Just point in a general direction. That's fine too.
He would point north and east.
All right.
You can't miss it. You'll see the help.
Oh, all right. Do you happen to know where these chaps they might have slept?
And there, he'd point to the 2 tents.
Oh, thank you, my good sir. And here's a silver for your troubles.
He'd like bite on it to see if it's authentic.
It's authentic.
He'd kind of shrug and just put it in the sole of his boot.
Nice.
All right, so I would enter the tents.
Okay. You can
What was your
see.
name again? Catarail. I follow him as the other tracker.
So,
Do I pay my boots? No, I don't. Oh, you mean the orc?
What was yours?
I pull a hempen rope out of my sack and I hand it to
Orcs will read
Catarail.
it.
You'll need this. And so we enter the tent, and what do I see?
okay. So, both tents have multiple racks that have been laid out. It looks like dunnage and underwear is strewn about. It's really difficult to see who sleeps where. It may be a shared sleeping situation. Like you sleep when you're not on. It's difficult to identify if it's broken up by squad or who or what, but you can give it a shot.
Okay. Would I be able to discern like any personal effects of any of them, like maybe a journal or
Roll an
a name
investigation.
tag on their underwear waistband?
The underwear might be a higher threshold, but if you get it, I'll roll with it.
I'm gonna walk into the tent, see him kind of looking around. What are you looking for?
That would be a nat 20 with a mod 5.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Alright.
I'll save that. I'll save that.
So, hanging off of a broken spear shaft, you can see a set of leather underwear that have stitch work
Regret this.
inside that have the initials O and G.
NG.
No, and G.
O and G.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because at first I thought you said OMG, and I was like,
Upon seeing that, you would hear me mumble OMG as I shift into a mastiff.
That's how I hate
And you would see me just sort of sniff around the room, eyes locked on this pair of underpants I don't want to smell.
So it's on a spear?
It's like hung out to dry on a broken spear shaft.
Okay, I'll grab the bottom end of the spear shaft and kind of like lean it toward the dog's nose and like, oh good god. He was just a man a minute ago.
So
Now he's
you-
sniffing this other man's underwear.
You distinctly pick up notes of
Okay, just wait in front of the lizard man.
Don't say Taco Bell.
you can smell that this soldier can afford soap.
Thank God. All right.
say we had been
Good dog.
together?
Sit.
Oh,
No?
that must be what the rope is for. I go tie it around the neck of the mastiff. Give
I
myself a
just
leash.
gently muzzle your knee while you do it.
Okay.
You know, this reminds me of someone I once knew. A wizard named Philidor. He had his pet too.
Just we can't understand him doesn't mean he can't understand you.
So the scent isn't very strong among the soldiers that are walking around currently. In the camp, there are only 3 soldiers on this side.
Okay.
Who's up for an adventure? Looks like we're taking the dog for a walk.
But I would now recognize the scent when I smell it again.
Yes.
Perfect.
I don't know. It looks to be able to. Perhaps.
So I am now yours to guide until we get out into the wilds.
Perfect. So I will.
You say you know the woods too?
These creatures
Very
are so
well.
strange.
I'm more at home in the woods and the mountains than anywhere else.
Woods in the mountains specifically.
Those are my favorite terrains.
It's lifted enough.
So, and then I texted you in that monstrous and undead are my favorite enemies.
Okay. Yep.
Well, it looks like our friend has a scent. We should lead him in the direction that they were taken, that we know. And
Let's hope that they weren't taken from camp. Let's hope that they were perhaps taken in the woods. They probably walked out of camp on their own.
I'll follow.
pay attention.
Hardly.
They said, the half-orc said that they went to help the farmers and then went to chase some Tropian regulars out in the woods.
Well, let's
They were not taken from here,
Let's head to the farmers.
That's what she said.
and they were not taken from the barracks.
Yeah, they weren't taken from the barracks. So I said, let's take him to where they were last
let's take
seen.
him.
Let's take him. Let's take
That
him to
makes
where
more
they were last seen.
You weren't making any sense.
Or maybe you just aren't able to pick up on simple things as easy as you think.
Well, my ears are quite flat. I'm sorry, it comes with part of my race.
I'll say he wasn't making any sense. I made a silver without playing a hand of cards. It's a net loss on your side, mate.
You're still here.
I'm off shift and you're in me bunk.
Oh my god.
Would you grab a gold coin? Thanks for the help. I'll flip it to him.
Holy shite. You guys are terrible at cards. He put the gold in his other soul.
We
Apparently,
were never playing cards.
She was, apparently. Well, who was gambling? Got my
I was
spirits
going
up.
to gamble with her money.
Alright.
He thinks.
I was just giving you gold for your assistance. They're not the brightest around here.
They are not, no, clearly. Let's
I don't even touch a deck of
Help me out,
cards. He tells me I'm
please.
bad at cards.
Their help is usually relegated to beating things with large axes.
He gets it.
No, I understood that.
Quality stick.
To the woods then, shall we? Northwest to the farmer
farms,
fields?
yes.
Yes. let's-
Yes.
Alright, so you're exiting main camp.
Yes.
Alright.
Hut, hut, hut.
As you exit along the road, you can see the cart that you guys helped escort in.
Okay.
And you would see the person that was driving the cart, Jean Lee, busily attending to the items that he had brought for the war camp. You do know that he is a trader in spices.
Mr. John Lee,
Ah, yes.
how fares your wagon today?
As good as gold and better. Have you talked to Sigmund?
Aye, he bored us quite thoroughly.
He's apt to do that, but what has he got you off on?
Something about a monster in the woods.
Missing soldiers.
I'll chat up the locals, see if there's anything useful to ascertain about it.
We'd be most grateful for that.
Thank you.
Would
What's the
this
cost
help?
on that
Then I will
information?
give him 10 gold.
Since I know the soldiers don't make a terrible amount of money, this could open up some lips.
Information is
Power.
I have both of those.
a key.
It can be a key. I'll have to tell you that story when you get back. It's a good one.
Yes, please.
That's too
Call
bad.
my war horse.
Alright.
Please tell him he needs
bought a war
more
horse?
stories.
What on earth?
Yes.
What is it?
Where is her?
Celestial, Fey, or Fiend?
It is fey in nature.
Alrighty. So, from the south woods, you would see a warhorse emerge and come directly to the Pally Boy.
What
Dinner
color?
already.
And it's gray.
Was that a racial or a class ability?
Fine steed.
Okay, just roll.
Oh.
I almost took it.
So you're heading to the farm.
Is that this?
Yes.
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 So that stretch is open field that has been cleared, and some of it's been tilled. It has pulled back. It doesn't look like there's crops between the camp and the farm proper. As you approach, though, in the farmyard, you can hear loud, very bad singing.
Oh dear, that sounds like my cousin.
Sturkeys in the air, smackies towards the front. Peasanters, whack, whack, whack.
It's got a lovely beat, but I don't think you can dance.
Stickies in the front,
Stickies in the air.
stickies in the air, pointies in the
So it's arrows in the air, stickies, pointy swords. What was
After it, you would hear it again, approaching. Stickies in the air, pointies to the front. Peasanters, smack, smack, smack.
Dear God. That sounds
Before we progress,
Learn that
Human
one. I like
in
it.
nature.
Follow the scent, boy.
It sounds like very bad
Done.
common, but
Like from a non-humanoid speaking common.
yeah.
so before we progress, I would like to take a moment to sniff around here to see if the scent of who we're looking for is in fact there, and I have advantage on scent perception
Can
now.
you point on the map about where you want to be?
So we're about right here, right?
You can come up to the gate if you don't
we
want
would
to
be
walk
still
through it.
outside.
Well, you'd probably check on the way. So I would say like
so I'd say right around this bend. I just want to make sure we are still on the right trail.
Yeah, you can smell the soap from before.
Okay.
From that point, you can see a pair of looming shoulders that's kind of aimlessly wandering around the yard. And when you hear smack, 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 you can feel the ground kind of shake a little bit.
Dear Lord, I hope he's not smashing peasanters.
Might be too late for that.
It's okay.
I hope not.
Would
Must
I
you
be
save them
nervous
all?
as an animal right now?
Yes.
Would I be nervous
Really
as an
deserve
animal
a
right
death?
now? Would I sense something bad about that song we're hearing?
You can hear a loud... Do you still understand the languages that you speak as an animal?
Yes.
So you can hear the lyrics to it. You have keen senses for smelling.
Hearing and smell.
Roll that.
Okay. Oh, thank God. 23.
Okay. When he yells smack, 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 you can smell wheat and chaff separating. You don't smell gore anywhere in this area.
Alright. I sort of just gently tug on the leash that I gave you and point with my nose in that direction.
I lead him to wherever he's, or I let him lead me along the scent trail.
I believe at this point in time the paladin's already galloped into the gate. So, like,
I heard something that made me assume people were being bludgeoned by heavy objects. I was like, well, fuck. So,
Okay.
clippity cloppity clippity cloppity.
So, charging in, you can see a hill giant. He's in the middle of what looks like a grain repository outside of a main barn. And as he's yelling smack, 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 he'd be taking his hands and like clapping the ground to separate wheat and chaff.
Is that who we're looking for? Well, we were told to look for someone that we would know who he was.
Don't believe that. We said something about a big individual.
Yeah,
Yes.
we were told to look for a really big person.
excuse me, sir!
Hi!
Of course.
You are quite a ways up there, yes, indeed. We're looking for some people?
Kind of people.
Missing ones.
How find missy people?
Do the letters O and G mean anything to you?
A is for Ariman. B for barbarian. C for cow. No, past that part. And
Oh, I was hoping for more. This is
What
entertaining.
were the names of the people again?
We didn't get that
I
name.
thought
They
we
were
did.
soldiers, though.
We forgot to.
Did
We went
soldiers
down
come
all
here?
the way to the captain's quarters.
soldier man, come here, then go, then come, then go, then soldier man go get trophy boys, but no come back.
When?
Aye.
Yes, those soldiermen that went to go get the trophy boys.
Trophy boys.
Which direction, sir?
Which way go?
Oh, Woodway go.
Where's the woods?
You
So-
big giant?
On the map, any spot that has that dashed line
Giant.
is the start of the
Forest.
woods. Anywhere,
Nice.
yeah.
So they went that way?
Would way go? Would that way? Would that way? Oh, would that way too? Would way go?
Did they split up?
You're up.
Did they run in multiple ways?
No, they go.
Is he
What
pointing back
direction
towards
is
the
that?
camp?
Point generally north and west.
Okay.
Okay.
They go. Trophy boys that way.
Is anyone here? Just you?
Here. Oh!
Anyone else at the farm?
Peasanters!
Oh.
You would see an unfazed mother and father walk out of the family house and say, "What? Oh, thank God." No! Thank Ari Soldier Man! Yes. Thank you, please. Go tend to the mill. He'd, like, step past you and sing,
D is for dummy.
I liked him.
D for doggy.
Yes, good job.
He'd go behind the mill and start, you'd hear, and like,
A new word.
you'd hear him like slightly quieter so that you can talk, but stickies in the air, pointies to the front.
He's an interesting fellow.
Siggy has a way with larger folk.
Do you come across a lot of his type in this area?
Siggy says that when Atropia came across last time, they were using giant kin, but the Arianans came back and drove them. I think Siggy keeps biggin around out of pity. I don't think that his tribe liked him very much.
You said that
Seems
they
a charming fellow.
You said that they used the giants. Did the giants help them out of their own free will, do you know? Or were they enslaved and forced into their army?
Don't know much about Atropia other than they don't kill us at night, though I imagine they could.
I do believe one calamity at a time.
Just wanted to know.
Any
case we
idea
came across
why they don't come here?
I imagine that having a hill giant on retainer is a good defense measure.
True.
What were you conversing with Ari Soja Man about?
Some missing soldiers.
Oh, the infantry patrol.
Yes, the ones that chased after some thespians.
Listen,
They were told to come here and they did and then they left.
they thought they were after Atropian regulars. I fear that they were chasing something far more dangerous.
Which
dear.
way did they go?
They went towards the wildwood. We never hunted there.
Did they have a clue on knowing which way, tracks or information, do you know?
They claim there was smoke rising from that direction, but the wildwood is very unpredictable. I don't believe the Atropians would go through there. They know better than we did that the wildwood is not a place to tread idly.
And how
they,
long ago was this that they went through into there?
Some would say 2 days, but in actuality they left 16 hours ago.
Wow.
Did the ones that came here, they have names that you know?
Well, there was one, a clean fellow, Osmond Gunderson.
Well, I
Eugene.
believe we have somebody tracking his scent at the moment.
Well, he was the only one that could afford soap. He bought it from the herbalist.
We have our
What a-
expert scent tracker right here as I point to our dog companion.
Are you a war-trained dog?
He is very war trained.
I just give a dumb little nod.
I've seen Stranger.
The rumors that it comes from the woods. What can you tell us about the creatures that live here?
Well, my boy, Dumb Daniel, he has a book.
From Daniel's book of letters?
No, I'm a magic. How does a thespian not know about the ABCs for barbarians?
Oh, yes, one of my childhood favorites.
Yes, no, this
It only
is
goes up to E.
for the barbarian's sake. No, Daniel, well, he picked up an Atropian book while he was playing in the woods. That might be helpful.
Yes.
Can we see it?
Yeah. Dumb Daniel, get down here!
Ah, DD.
Curious, why do you call your son Dumb Daniel? Are we miming now? Excellent, I know this one!
But the boy would show that half of his tongue is missing.
Oh, that's kind of dumb. Now I feel dumb.
Hunting deer.
Pointy ears.
Elf.
Pointy ears shot him and cut his tongue.
Oh, whoa.
He'd point to a scar.
Do you have a book that you found?
You can see that this looks like on the verge of a fairy tale and like manual for avoiding dangers.
Excellent. I believe this will come in quite handy.
What languages do you speak?
Common, Abyssal, and Draconic.
You don't know what this says.
I'm gonna peek over at it. I know Elvish and Celestial.
Elvish.
Me too.
Me three. Common, undercommon, or orc? It was Elvish.
Elvish.
What's with all the fancy swirls? I can't read a thing.
Is there anything that he's got? Dog ear or...
He has a dog-eared page that has 2 sets of blood on it.
Whoa.
It has a elvish tale of a skinwalker.
Ooh, I can read Elvish. I can't speak it.
We are dealing possibly with a werewolf.
Where?
I kind of like pull my sword a little bit. I'm prepared for those.
You can see that there's an illustration towards the bottom. It's pretty crude, but it looks like a tall, narrow tree with a set of antlers.
Oh, so not that. Different. Skinwalker.
Like shapeshifters?
Not sure. Though it looks as though it goes where it pleases here because it doesn't stand out very well.
Taking a
Looks
look at
like
that
a tree.
picture, can I figure out what kind of a creature that might be?
Roll a nature check.
Sweet. Good thing I took expertise in nature. Oddly enough, 23.
That looks a lot like an Atropian legend called a Wendigo.
Wait.
Oh, I will relay that information to the party.
From what you know, Wendigos typically inhabit the most primordial parts of natural landscapes. In addition, their creation causes them to have a very strong connection with the primordial nature around them. They also have an insatiable bloodlust.
And we'll relay all of that
Are
to
they
the
mon-
party.
Are they
Knowledge.
monstrous or
He
undead?
mentioned something about wildwood.
He would be able to tell you that it's considered a monstrosity.
He mentioned a wildwood that they don't hunt there.
Hmm.
Would this be maybe why? Is there legend of monsters there so you don't hunt it?
Yes, in Elvish.
Check in with the locals too.
We have
Kid found this book.
well, I mean, there were more people that lived around here. You could talk to the herbalist, but the one who has the most knowledge about the land is probably not willing to share that information.
Why is that?
Well, old Aggie, her manner is a little run down, but she has a natural connection to the world. She used to warn us about the Wildwood. I think that's where the information came from. But if anyone knows about the Wendigo, as you say, she might.
Well,
Where she live.
yes.
Creature is right up my alley.
He'd go in and take out an area map, so you can see that the camp is marked on it, and then he would point to an area 3 miles south and west of your position.
Okay.
Okay.
And so you'll have to travel through the wood, but that won't bring you near the Wildwood per se. The Wildwood is to the north.
This creature, I do believe, if it speaks any sort of a language, it's going to speak a language of the elementals. Are any of us capable of this?
Yes.
Oh. You can speak with elementals?
I can.
So if I
That would
track
be
it,
handy.
these creatures and my expertise in tracking, you can speak to it?
Yes. If it will be spoken to.
The legend, does this legend say if it's a curse or if it's a... What happens? What causes a Wendigo to be created?
You can see that the legend describes when elves are driven to eat other elves. That the intermingling of the two immortal souls stored in their body can become quite catastrophic. Those that aren't able to deal with it themselves may become Wendigos.
We might need to inquire as to the displacement of local elvish folk, for it is caused by cannibalism
Oh.
of one's fellow elves.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that only 2 of us are half-elf. So between all of us, we have
Savages.
a whole elf?
Yes.
No, aren't you elf?
Half elf.
So they...
Well, then
Three
maybe
half-elves.
we can.
Right now, I'm
Oh, I thought you were human.
If
No,
her
wait, what are you? You're-
speaking skill won't work, maybe ours can
Your
with
blood.
the elvish ability. If she can't speak with it, with what she's talking about, maybe our elvish can speak with it.
There's a chance it might have retained its language, but it's very likely that it is a part of the woods, and that is not something I'm capable of. I'd be more confident in the dog.
Don't worry, we have someone that can talk to it. Such a good puppy.
Monstrosities being one of my favorite
Flapping off my jowls as I nod my head.
with monstrosities being one of my favorite enemies, would I know if these things are naturally lean towards being evil or?
They're definitely chaotic. They where on the good or evil side cannibalism falls.
Generally on the evil side.
Generally falls on the evil,
Right in the middle.
but it's much stronger that a Wendigo is chaotic.
Do you not find that demeaning? You are still yourself in there, are you not?
Maybe he has ability. Unnaturally likes it.
Glad you're not a Ghostwise, because then you could actually communicate.
No.
So, if we are wandering these woods, do we have any concern for Atropian regulars assaulting us as we go to visit old Aggie?
Absolutely.
Good.
And even if we are not covered in their insignias and banners?
I hear the Atropians will parlay, but give them any sort of provocation and they'll probably attack you.
Lovely.
Sounds like my kind of potty.
I could care less about their pity civil squabbles. I care about ridding this land of
The question,
unnatural things.
quite true. The question I have is, can it be healed, or do we have to slay the beast?
Entry on Wendigo doesn't go that far in the book.
Nope. You mentioned
Nope.
the curse. I can try that when we need it. If I can try to.
We should start with old Aggie. She
Yes.
would know if
But
anybody
if it comes
would.
down to it, we can try that.
So
I agree that we should probably get more on the land.
So he would show you his map and as best as he can, like, relay how you would get there. Has anyone got proficiency in cartography tools? Because I would say you would have a
Or
compass at that point.
proficiency in survival? Would that help?
Survival would help. It's more likely that you're going to have random encounters going that route.
No, I don't have any.
Through the woods?
That, but I have
Is that what you're
proficiency
saying,
in
going through the
survival.
woods?
Do you not get lost in the woods?
I cannot be lost in the woods.
Oh yeah, far something wanderer. Natural explorer.
It's my from the favored terrain.
Okay, so
I cannot be lost in the woods. Difficult terrain for the group is not applied during the woods. We
Okay.
can track and all of that at a normal pace. And
It's so amazing that you have all these abilities.
what?
It's amazing. You have all these abilities. Cool.
Well,
I normally never play a ranger, and I'm like, oh, I actually get to use like all of these like
I know.
cool like
I
tracking
try
abilities.
to let rangers be a viable build by telling you what the enemy type is.
And then while tracking other creatures in the woods, I know their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Okay. I would say that you can do a survival check at advantage, and that will determine how many random encounters you run into between this position and
So
Old Aggies.
before that happens, I'm going to ask the parents. Did we catch their names at any point? I don't.
He introduced himself as Hugo.
Hugo.
please.
Hugo, how much money would it take for us to borrow this map so that we could safely traverse these woods and return it to you on our way back?
Honestly, if you don't get where you're going to, next time the monster comes, this map's not going to do me any good. So I'd give it to you.
Cool.
Thank you.
I thank you kindly. I'm gonna give him 2 gold.
Thank you. He'd take another one. Ari Soja Man. Yeah! Pay for a Soja Man. Ooh! I real Soja Man.
Oh, lovely. Is he coming with?
Oh no, not at all. He's a primary defense if the fort is attacked. Just paying him so that if Siggy shorts him, he'll stay with me.
Very wise.
Bribe.
Lovely. Is there anything else we wish to ask?
No.
No. Well, actually, it might be nicer out here. Do you have accommodations for us if we come back at night? Would we be able to stay here?
It's likely
More peaceful than in the camp.
it's likely more open than the camp. Did you not come with the trader?
We did.
It's odd that a trader would travel without a tent.
Oh, we have tents.
We do have accommodations if you wish to stay here rather than the camp.
Just giving us options.
Appreciate your hospitality.
Of course, much better at night.
And clippity cloppity.
All right.
I'd rather be sleeping at night.
So I roll survival at advantage.
It's good.
Yes, but much harder.
I'm assuming that the map provides a bonus to the lowering the DC.
Yep.
The survival was to avoid encounters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that if we get high enough that we lower the amount of encounters even further by
19. That was crappy roll.
So go ahead and go to the forest battle map.
Where do they label that? Woods battle map.
So that's what you want up. And you are going to the section marked 3.
Cool.
Okay.
So, what's the general marching order? Or riding order?
If I'm guiding us through the woods, I'd be up front.
Okay.
With me on a leash.
Yeah, him on a leash, so.
Intermittently checking if the smell is still in this vicinity or if we're in the area.
Yeah, before we get there, if he finds any of the tracks due to his smell, I'd like to stop at the tracks.
Smell goes one way, where you're going, totally different.
Yeah.
Are there any
They were going
tracks
somewhere else.
along where his smell is before we diverge?
You can see that it looks like armored soldiers would have gone that way.
Looking at the tracks, how many armored soldiers are there?
You would see that there are 5, and they have boots like Ariana and regulars.
Right, and how long ago?
Within 16 hours.
Went towards Aggie's?
No,
No,
the opposite
no.
direction. The opposite direction we are going.
Yeah.
Well, and I appreciate that we know where it is. I don't think that following that path without knowing what we're trying to get more information is wise.
No, I know. But I wanted before we
For the purposes
diverge.
of-
I
yeah.
wanted to get more information so we're
Confirm
back
that
here.
they're
Forest trail.
Yeah.
Oh,
The forest trail?
Yep.
Okay. Wasn't sure if it indicated river or what forest
that's
trail.
not the direction
trail.
we were going.
Yeah. No, I
Coming from that
want to have more
direction.
information before we diverge. That was it.
Does anybody have a way to mark this area so we don't forget it if...
I lift my leg and start peeing.
Not done. If you are no longer a dog, are you going to be able to smell it?
Oh my
Would
god.
not being able to get lost means I would remember how to get back here?
There's now urine at that spot. You might imagine that you could smell that from.
I'm going to take out a long sword and hack it away at low branches nearby.
Okay. There's now downed tree
Right.
parts and urine in a puddle. That's gonna be pretty difficult to.
So essentially, I would remember how to get us to a quick general area, and then we'd see, hey, look, right there, that tree's got the down, down branch.
I don't
on the other
believe.
side. I don't believe that there's very many creatures in your world that are quite this entertaining.
I don't know if that's the word I'd use.
Don't you know that this is obviously a ritual and that you must perform too?
I will not.
Don't let him. I will turn to you. Do not let him fool you. It is not a normal thing.
I'm gonna go over my
Landwalkers.
Apparently, this is normal.
This Lanker is more horrifying by the day.
What are you talking about? You swim around in yours. I mean, when you just go and you're in the ocean, does a fellow fish swim around it?
Yes.
Talking about the Atlantis, of course.
I don't know how anything works.
No, I'm curious. You won't pee on a
I'm gonna
tree, but you'll swim through it.
Start leading him down the path we need to go.
So,
Be on a tree.
L'Oreal and
Should have gone before we left.
I did.
Melik up front, with the rest kind of trailing.
Yeah.
What was your character's name? Malik?
Melik.
Malik.
Now, I do have the keen hearing and smelling, so will that help on the rolls to detect an encounter? Good.
Change your passive perception.
Oh, good question.
And then I'll be, I guess, right in front of the horse if he's in the back. And
Oz, don't eat it.
try not to.
I lose 1 perception, but gain keen hearing and smell, so trade off.
Do any of you have pencils?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Do you need to borrow them?
no. It's gonna be easier to tell you where people are. So, on the map in section 3, on the tree limbs,
The tree of limbs.
no, the tree
Section 3.
limbs, the 2 that point out to the
Here and
north.
here?
Yep. Easily because they did not do very well in their stealth. Both of you would see 2 elven archers.
One on each, or
Yeah,
2 on
one
each?
one on each.
Do you want them closer or further? Does it matter?
Just one on each, separate. So one, yeah.
1 and 2.
Yep.
And where have we made it on the map that we spotted them?
You can position yourself anywhere before being online with the east pointing branch.
That way's north, right?
Yep. Map top is
Coming
north.
from this way, right?
No, other way.
We're coming this way.
Yes.
So, put ourselves.
Malik would be out front with you, like right
We're
next to
going the
him.
other way.
Yeah, so
The trail doesn't go.
we'd probably be further back.
Yeah.
You said
Alright,
before we were
gotcha.
seen, so we're like right
Well,
back
there's
here.
just not that much room on the
Yeah.
map.
So Malik. Then who was behind?
Probably
The
Florida.
other
and I.
2.
Yeah, it'd be
Because us
kind
two
of in
are
the
in
middle.
slack,
Yeah.
F.
Ken, just put me right behind K.
Eyeing tasty horse haunches.
O,
Oh.
and
yeah.
then E.
What is it? E?
D as in dog.
Oh my.
So we kind of just put ourselves right here.
Okay.
On them. Yep. So I'll stop the group before we are seen. And not making noises. Pointy ears. And I point.
What?
Not another step.
Because no one ever told you how to be stealthy.
You weren't making any sense.
So they're not leveling on
Elves,
you, but
pointy
the
ears.
one that's addressing you does have an arrow pulled back.
To be fair, I'm from the surface world, and that was confusing.
Hello!
Maybe not as bright as you think you are.
You're civil.
Thank you.
Sometimes.
Annoying!
He
Always.
is very annoying. We come in peace, as long as you mean peace.
Depends on who you represent.
We represent ourselves and no one else.
The Lollipop Guild.
In Elvish, will say personal interest.
In Elvish, he would respond, "Declare your intentions."
We are headed towards what I assume is an old woman's abode, Old Aggie, to investigate a terrible creature lying within the wildwood.
Does she expect you?
Not as of yet.
No.
It's probably for the better. Proceed with caution.
Whatever they said was very melodic.
Yes.
Then he'd say in common, "Your blood on your own hands if you slay an elfkin."
As long as they don't.
Can we fight back?
We won't fire on you first.
Good to know.
I will defend myself, but I have no intention of killing people. I'll just knock you out if you attack me.
I have no problem killing. Or no problem not killing.
Peace upon you. And then
Already clapping.
Vafael.
Can you point us in the direction we need to go?
Are you not traveling to a known destination?
Yes.
We have a map!
Congratulations. I would suggest you stick to it.
I'll put right here. Elves.
Very bad to that.
Dot.
When we get out of earshot. Oh, assholes.
Alright. So now you can flip the wood battle map over, as that was the only random encounter that
Cool.
non-threatening tower
Sorry,
sentries.
keep it the same way.
Is it windy?
you not this far into the wood.
Okay.
Right behind me it is.
So
Snake farts.
you're not
Did you
on
bring your barking spider?
you're not on the right side of the map, you're on the left side of the map.
This side?
Yes.
Okay.
But this side's the left side. James and I.
East side. East side.
I know.
Right. You are approaching
That's
from
nice.
map north.
We're approaching from north.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no beaten-in path around here, but you would start to see the outline of a wide tower cropping up from within the wood.
That must be it. Let's continue in that direction.
As we continue in that direction, do I see any odd, like, footprints that aren't human or like normal animal, not like wolf or bear or anything like that? Like,
Roll a nature check.
Your plants are so tall.
that's checking because I have the for tracking
Woods.
the like against
happens.
monsters and undead. So will it be at advantage or normal?
Roll at advantage.
I want to keep an eye on the tower to see if I see any movement up there or.
Perception.
Okay.
You said nature.
Yes.
12.
What are you looking for?
You don't see monstrous tracks, but you do see like the feet of chicken around, about normal sized.
What are you looking for down there?
Checking to see what kind of creatures frequent through here.
Would I smell anything
Chicken.
dangerous?
Roll perception.
You don't know that.
I hate it.
You can see
Figure for the 12, I can probably.
light, dark light about
Roosters,
2
to be
seconds.
exact.
Somebody's up there.
The top lights are still illuminated. What'd you get?
8.
You can smell chickens.
Is it daytime, evening? Is it still like daytime, or is it progressed to evening?
It's progressed to the point that it is coming up on last light.
So in the woods, it's pretty damn dark.
Yeah. Making it to this clearing though, and with the building, it looks to be about evening. Light conditions haven't gotten to the point where it'd be dark yet.
Okay.
I am going to reach into my bag and put on some gloves.
Alright.
I want to know what kind of gloves.
They're shiny. And they got gold trim on them.
Those are
He's
fancy.
fancy.
They're important.
Gloves
Why?
of spider climb.
They help me defend myself.
Oh. Are we expecting trouble?
We were told that she wouldn't want us here. And if you weren't listening, somebody on the upstairs has moved across a window and knows that we're here.
Or they just move around.
Does
There
everybody
was a
have
single
dark
flash of
vision?
light.
Yes.
Everybody does have dark vision?
No.
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 Not while I'm a dog.
I say we find the door and knock. I mean, even if we're uninvited guests, then she can be polite enough to tell us to our face.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna
Oh.
tug on the leash and go towards the door.
Which is on the far side of.
We will
We
circle.
don't know where the door
Okay,
is.
Yeah, I
so
know.
we will start. We're at the north. We will circle around to the east
Well,
as
we
we
got
go,
into
as
the
we make our
clearing
way
yet?
south.
Say again.
Did we get into the clearing yet?
Mhm.
Okay.
You can walk through the woodline if you want, but the clearing is more expeditious.
Yeah. I'm fine inside the
It's
clearing.
just.
So we're back.
Oh, she already knows we're here.
Based on your proclivities, if you could avoid eating the chickens,
I'm
There's
going to cast
chickens?
mage armor as well.
you could avoid eating anything that is currently moving.
You say chickens, I'm like, "Barf."
Fine. Pull out a drow finger.
So, making it to the manor gate, you
That's pretty normal for his kind.
You can see that
making a
it's
miscarriage.
wrought iron that has rusted and is partially overgrown.
Say that one more time. Raw iron.
Partially overgrown.
Yeah, partially overgrown. This place isn't well attended.
It looks like they're in desperate need of a gardener.
Yes.
The raw iron gate closed.
No, it's open as indicated on the map.
Okay. Is the door open further in?
Mm-hmm.
I will dismount. I'm gonna tell my animal to wait there, and then start walking towards the door.
Okay. As you get to the door frame,
I'm not gonna walk in it. I'm gonna
Okay.
walk to it.
okay, walking up, you can just hear the clucks of chickens, and that's about it.
Not reaching past the door frame, I'm gonna knock on the closed door 3 times.
Okay.
Me
From inside.
and the puppy would be up there next to him.
Okay. From inside, you would hear a woman's voice. Are you civil?
Sometimes.
That's better than the other gentleman callers.
Which gentleman callers?
Short, heavily armored, always with beards. Disgusting.
Hobbits!
Would I recognize that? Would I just recognize that description as which army that would be?
Probably
dwarves.
Probably dwarves.
Well, yeah.
Meaning non-human, meaning entropy.
Yeah.
May we enter?
I'll come to you. So you would see a woman in a proper evening gown with the neck flanges, stepping up to the doorway. She looks proper, completely different from the rest of the house.
Finally!
I'll take a low bow to her.
You the one they call Aggie.
Agatha, if you please.
Well, dearest Agatha, lovely, lovely lady. I go up and take her hand and then
She'd say, please don't touch me.
Ha!
Not you specifically, but any of you. I have delicate constitution. I'm not one for person-to-person interactions. I find it rather loathsome.
Does she look like she's got any afflictions, like potential leprosy or ill or
She
potentially undead?
She looks sickly pale, but doesn't look undead.
Hearing she
Not
doesn't like
dead yet.
person-to-person
Divine
interaction,
sense!
Okay.
I move forward and rub my haunches on her leg and sort of go.
So when you do divine sense and you rub against her, I don't know how many maidens you've run up against, even aged ones, but usually they have semi-wrinkly or even smooth skin. This is like knobby bone. Divine sense would indicate it's a fae.
I kind of whimper and back away.
Don't believe divine sense picks up fae.
Oh,
Never seen him do
Undead,
that
fiend,
before.
or celestial.
damn it. I wonder what it is. Let's fuck that up.
It's okay.
Fucked what up? I don't remember what you said.
Yeah.
What?
It's, you feel like her legs are particularly knobby.
I'm whimpering, backing away.
Well, you've seemed to upset my dog.
And I indicated that I don't like to be touched.
Oh, I'm
You actually
quite
said
sorry.
the
It's just a dumb
human
beast.
Back away, back away.
If I had to guess, it looks like it's afflicted by a form of polymorphism. Am I incorrect?
No, he does it at will.
You're the adventuring type. A druid, then.
You can see
Okay,
that?
I will shapeshift out.
Put your clothes on!
How long can you stay
Close
sheep for
good.
now?
I know.
How long can you stay sheep for?
4 hours.
So you might know what
We're probably
sheep
getting
out.
close
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
So I shapeshift out. How did you know?
I'm an accomplished arcane study.
So, my dear Agatha, we are here to learn of these woods and what you might be able to possibly tell us sorry, about Wendigos.
Why would you use that word openly?
Is it not supposed to be?
Do you not know about taboos and words of power?
Only if you speak them, do you give them power.
I'm gonna pull out the book that we got earlier and open it.
Not the book! Not the paladin pulling out the book! Sorry.
I have no.
Colloquialisms, fairy tales, half-truths. To go on such principles is foolish. There's much missing from this account.
Well, I
Which
have
half is true?
Say again.
Which half is true?
They are cannibals. They are afflicted by blood curses. They're not always elves.
What else?
Elves are particularly susceptible to it because when they feel hungry, they are usually driven completely mad. Humans are so much worse at cannibalism that usually, if they do bite into something, they die of poisoning and then are eaten by ghouls.
I hate it here.
Affliction curable?
I have researched this condition. It is not my estimation that it can be reversed, but for extremely potent magics. They do not possess such capabilities.
And by researched, I do believe that you mean that you haven't been going around creating Wendigos for you to study.
I do not possess that ability.
Insight. It's a 20.
She possesses that ability.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Look at the paladin. Message. She's lying.
What would you, in your research, have you uncovered anything that they're more susceptible to being hurt by?
There are bits of flesh that can be found around a Wendigo's feeding area. Rather gruesome. They don't much like what you carry, and as with anything that's afflicted, radiant damage is particularly useful.
By what I carry, is that referencing the silver sword?
Yes, of course.
Well, I have a +1 sword too, so I wasn't sure. Like,
I don't know that she can smell magic.
okay, but she can smell silver.
Yeah.
Okay.
I suggest you tell us whether or not you're making any of these particular creatures.
What,
Wisdom saving throw.
does it invoke the charmed condition?
It would invoke the charm condition.
She looks unamused.
Why do you look so hostile?
Well,
This
your
woman
turn.
is our host.
We're not in her house.
We're
True.
on her land.
That's also true.
So?
So if you do it again, I will consider you a threat to our persons.
So?
You won't be able to do your finger wagging.
I don't need my fingers. I have my voice. Thank you very much.
That as well.
Maybe I could suggest that you go away as well.
Have you
Boys,
adventured long together? I thought these petty rivalries solved themselves out by about now.
Not long.
New adventurers that want to pick a tussle with a skinwalker. Delightful. Your corpses will be attended to, I imagine.
I hope so.
The inclination was that no corpses are attended to out here based on the conflict happening.
I prefer not vulgar humor, but where dead are in these cursed lands, ghasts and ghouls are about in plenty. Yes.
Having rubbed up against her in my dog form, being able to smell her, touch her, and everything, would I have a pretty good guess as to the nature of Lady Aggie? As to what she is?
Could make a little nature check.
That would be a 17.
Oh, you're low. Not what she appears to be.
While I'm certain that your abilities are powerful, are they capable of relieving you of such a condition as a minor disease that you might be concerned about making contact with individuals as a result of?
Been told that my appearance is unsettling. I prefer.
That is true.
Hmm?
That is true.
I'm not even warmed up yet.
And you thought I was provoking.
You seek to cure such a beast. I hear that the herbalist at the human camp is accomplished. I have no interest in soiling my blood in the process. To give help as I see fit. I've given you much.
Can I insight that that she's given help
Yes.
Do you know why the local townsfolk have a misnomer for you? The thing that they call her instead of Agatha.
Because the Atropians have come across twice, and my manner remains. That's longer than most humans live.
that insight is a dirty 20.
She has spoken in half-truths, but the information specifically about what that will damage a Wendigo is accurate. There's other stuff that she is not being forthcoming about.
Well, I might be useful against this if we do have to fight it.
What do you feel the need to hide from us?
As I said, I've been told that my appearance is unsettling.
So you're hiding your appearance?
Of course I am. With a monster hunter at my door, why would I ever show my true nature?
So you would call yourself a monster?
Others have. I have a rather high opinion of myself.
Obviously,
Show yourself and see if we deem that you are really a monster.
Oh dear.
What promise... Damn it. We'll go to 35. What promise do I have that you'll stay your blade should I show my true form?
As long as you don't mean the people of this land harm.
I outlived them. That's their harm.
Outliving them doesn't mean that you intend to cause harm upon them.
I will pull a holy symbol from under my chainmail. It's a symbol of ill matter, god of endurance, and I will say, I swear on my oath as a paladin that you shall not come to harm.
Wow.
Perhaps if this woman is creating them.
From revealing themselves.
My word, if you intend no harm upon the people of this land, then I do not feel the need to remove you from it.
War takes care of both sides. She would step back, and she appears to be a green hag. She has one eye that doesn't look like the other. I said some would say my appearance is unsettling.
My dear Agatha, I shall be writing a ballad.
I would agree to somewhat, but I have seen worse.
There's others among my sisterhood that have more potent visages.
I've seen some of them.
Fortunately, I abide by myself and will keep to myself.
Well, that's good.
If you intend to fight the Skinwalker, I suggest that you wait for it to come to you. You'll have better chances.
Is that one of your kids?
Can we lure it?
I don't know.
It was left at
The
our house
humans
in Colony of Mine.
have
From
lured
a guy
it
keeping to give
plenty.
Yeah, it's Cammy's.
Lady Agatha, can you read bones? And I would produce a set of bone dice.
I possess such an ability.
Would you be able to tell us how fair we would do if we come across this creature by reading of the bones?
The bones.
Okay. I hand her the bones.
Okay, you can feel her knotted, warded hand. She'd clutch it and then take her eye out. She'd roll the bones and let her Haggai read over it.
Oh God! Now you have IU on them.
Then she'd put her Haggai back in. Without the proper preparations, all of you will die. I've seen 3 things you lack. Adequate silver, the proper alchemical preparations, and the proper positioning. However, I can't give you anything more useful on that.
Can I tell if she's lying about any of those 3 things?
Roll an insight.
Ooh, nat 20.
She was lying about the positioning.
Okay. No idea. I'm not that smart. I'm wise, not intelligent.
I am neither.
She take the bones. These are yours.
Wash them.
I take them. Thank you, Lady Agatha. And I put them back.
She would use her illusory appearance to look like the proper woman of the house that she was before.
I stand by my word. As long as I don't find evidence that you have been harming or creating things that have harmed these people, feel no need to draw my blade against you.
I don't create. I outlive.
Can I incite that?
Yep.
Lots of insight going on.
Great. 16.
She doesn't create, she outlives.
Is it your understanding that the current residents are suppressing the elvish populations, causing or possibly having caused this skinwalker?
The skinwalkers have been around since Ariana and Atropia decided that they wanted to fight each other. I imagine that the causality of it was much earlier than even this current conflict. But
I've always been at war.
if I were to levy blame, during an incursion about 300 years ago, Gorgon mages came through. In this situation, there's a country called Gorgas. It's not the monster of Gorgon. They're known for being irreverent when it comes to respecting magical balance, but that blame is long since passed. All you see is the results here.
Well, your help has been most appreciated.
Wait. I heard they spoke the elemental language. Are the elemental creatures in nature?
No, the skinwalkers don't speak.
Is there gonna be a chance to even reason with it, or is it just gonna want to fight?
I suppose that if you can get it fixated on someone else's blood, you'll have a chance to interact without being attacked. No guarantee, though they rarely travel alone, and their harems are violent.
Do you know how many are frequenting this wood?
Of course, there wouldn't be stories if there weren't things to inspire them. North in the wildwood, such a skinwalker abodes.
Just one.
A skinwalker, his harem is more than enough for him.
Will the harem be of concern?
If you don't attack him, he'll bring his harem with him.
she recommended we wait for him to come to us.
So it's a bit of a balancing act.
Well, we can ask the herbalist and see what this blood infusion is about.
Is the door to the tower open?
The front door is open, yes.
I'm gonna start playing like a child's nursery rhyme, just lightly on my lute, to see if there's any sounds that come from inside the tower, knowing what hags feed upon.
As you strum along, you would hear more sounds of chickens.
Why do you care for these chickens? Are they entertainment or company?
Home defense.
I'm leaving now.
Did we see any chickens outside?
I was thinking polymorph children.
Yes.
You
Not
have
thinking.
you have advantage on monstrosities.
Yes.
Those chicken prints from before, after talking to her, sound a lot like a flock of cockatrices.
Oh. What do I know about those?
They look like chickens. Their bite is way worse than a chicken's. They also have bigger cousins called basilisks.
Yeah. They'll turn you to stone. Cockatrice as well.
Oh.
We don't want that.
Shall we be going?
I'd recommend it. The darkness of the wood will not aid you.
No. No, it won't.
It will mean
All right,
the dark.
let's head back to camp.
Is it dark yet?
Are you guys leaving the manor, or do you want to do more? We're like coming close on the second call for mid-session break.
I mean, I really want to see if there's anything else in here.
You want to invade this lady's home?
I don't know that we can do that.
Yeah, that sounds like a terrible idea to me.
Yeah. Me too.
I think we'll start heading back to camp, because I believe we want to check in with the alchemist. Seems to be the big thing.
The herbalist.
The herbalist, whatever. And
Might have
the
been.
alchemist.
The alchemist.
So I guess potentially start traveling, and let's call break. I don't know, your call.
As she closes the door, she would say, "Pikes to the sky, swords to the front. When peasanters come, all will die." And they close the door.
That sounds awful familiar. What is that? What is that?
An Ariana war song.
Do I know that song?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Somebody will have to teach me the Ariana Ward song while we're at the break then.
Alrighty. And that is break for 10.
Yeah.
That's what, Soldier Boy.
We need your help! Here, take this. Let's go!
Do you need a little escape from the norm? It's time to join Gear Gaming for Dungeons, Dragons, and drinks. Our pro DMs will make you feel like an old friend at the table, whether you are a veteran player or just starting your first quest. Bring your own supplies or use ours. Find something you like and you can purchase it for next time. One low price of $10 will cover your game session and a beer for the adventure. Gear Gaming 365 is coming to a bar near you. Visit geargaming365.com to reserve your tickets today.
And welcome back.
Yay!
Alrighty.
I wanted to say really quick, hello Tammy, if you're watching. I wasn't in here to say that earlier.
Hello.
Hi, Tammy.
Hello,
Peekaboo.
all our viewers, followers.
Would our resident ranger care to roll survival at advantage to get you back to camp?
Survival. Damn. Why did it take me to
And
that?
I'm no longer El Doggo.
That is going to be a 17.
I was about to say, I would make note that you still have my leash in hand, even though I'm not a dog.
It's still on your neck.
So go ahead and swap that to the woods battle map.
So, is this a thing now?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Oh, the stories I'll tell.
Oh, please.
not
Anything new
slavery,
would be
is it?
nice. Last week has been horrible.
Slavery is wrong.
Slavery.
Did I tell you the famous story of the
Subbing is not.
wizard that descended to Undermountain by the name
It's
of
consensual,
Cotrix?
non-consensual.
4 times.
Oh, you heard that one. then.
Speaking of 4,
Excuse me.
Number 4.
speaking of 4, you are in scenario 4 on the woods battle map.
Okay.
Alright.
Found
As
a
you
questionable clearing.
Yes, indeed. You haven't been on the road, which was how you got here.
Oh,
Are we
Ranger.
lost?
When
I don't remember the clearing. Clearly, we're lost.
Because you don't remember it doesn't mean we're lost.
I don't smell my whiz.
You're not the dog anymore.
I do.
What do you have for us?
Alright. So, in the center of the clearing, you can see a carved totem.
Seriously, I don't remember that.
We went a different way. A faster way.
Elven in nature?
It looks suspiciously familiar. Like a tall, slender figure with antlers.
Nice.
Have we accidentally stumbled across the Wendigo lair?
Do the woods around us look wild?
Say that.
Can we see
You
that
say
again?
Wendigo. You hear in the woods around you a low howl.
Damn it, Jim.
What was that?
Invisible.
Brendan, it's nighttime. We're dark now.
It is. If you don't have dark vision, it would be really hard
Did
to
you
see
just
the
say
details.
invisibility?
Yes.
In darkness, I am invisible to anything that relies on dark vision.
In seeing him go invisible, I just disappear invisible too.
So actually,
I can do that too.
I'm invisible to our entire party. So I'm already invisible. to you.
And then
No,
there
it's
were
dark.
3.
You can still see a little
Well, I
bit.
had my. I would imagine if it got dark, I probably lit something because I
would
can't
stay-
see.
I would
I
have
would
lit my
see-
staff when I start seeing people disappear. Like,
And I would be out of their light, so I'm still in darkness.
Okay, so several party members are now invisible.
And I'm standing there with a lit shield. What the hell?
I'm still here. I just don't want to be seen.
Well, now I can see you.
Other
that's
than,
I
odd.
stayed out of your light. You can't see me. I yelled at you.
other than the howl, nothing has happened in the clearing.
Hello!
Wait, so you just like standing behind him?
Dear God. It got closer!
What'd you say?
It got closer.
I'm gonna walk out into the middle of the.
10.
I don't know.
Look at this totem thing.
Investigation, perception, or religion.
None of those are any good, so this will be great. That's a grand total of 14. If I use any of those stats, they're all the same.
Looks a lot like the picture in the bloody journal. Its mouth is open.
Take a look to see if there's anything in the mouth while he's
On the far side of the clearing from us, I'm gonna mimic with thaumaturgy the howl that we heard from, not her howl, but from the other one that we heard.
Okay.
Oh shit, it's closer!
When that
I know where they are.
happens, you hear a much closer, much louder, much more guttural screech.
I
I'm
draw
gonna
both my
clippity
swords.
cloppity into the clearing.
I draw both my swords and turn the direction of the screech.
All right.
Is there anything in the mouth?
Looking in the mouth, you can see 3 strands of hair with a bloody piece of cloth inside of it.
Can I fold that up around the hair? Like, are the hair laying on the cloth?
So 3 strands of hair on like a strip of cloth. They're tied together and there's blood where they're tied together. Okay.
Are there any tracks around here?
It would be a good time instead to roll initiative. Because
No time for that.
on the far side where you did thaumaturgy, you would see 2 trees get knocked clear out of the way and the fists of a huge creature would step into the clearing.
I didn't do it.
So 15 by 15.
Yeah, I can claim all I want.
You just hear me whisper, I can smell my whiz now.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Another beast rid from this place.
all
What's your
ready.
other
The Lord.
I moved into the clearing more. So,
Milk.
21.
Sorry,
That would be a 19.
Damien.
6.
You and your horse will share your initiative. Okay. Awesome.
15.
And Cavarl.
Cavarel.
Cavarel.
14.
Yeah,
Doesn't work on huge.
Oh.
One more time, Cavarel.
14.
Oh. Could your horse be the destruction?
So did that thing
blood and
come out
meat?
through the trees right where I had done the thaumaturgy sound?
Where the thaumaturgy sound was, the 2 trees around that area, boom, boom,
Nice.
huge creature.
Again, I state I didn't do it.
Absolutely did.
Do we see any of its harem with it? I feel like that's an
We
important
don't
question.
necessarily know. This could be, what's his face?
True story.
Siggy, or whatever his name is.
Okay.
This is just the hill giant with a flute.
No, I mean, it could be one of the hill giants, and not necessarily one of them. No, sure.
Melik, you have the highest initiative of your group. You can get a free perception in to get a group descriptor.
Yep, doing that. That would be 8.
You smell your pee.
This huge creature, about the size of a barn, is hairy and has large horns.
Guys, it's hairy and has large horns.
That's what she said!
Not for long.
Good, because I can't see it. No longer hidden. Alright, so we're in a clearing.
Not hidden.
Yeah, you can position yourself in the
I did, but... And it's dark.
It is dark, but for the red glare coming off of its eyes.
Use your pencil to put where I am.
Just curious, like if there is enough.
Blue light that I
Stay away
see
from me.
across the clear.
Well, I said I lit my stuff.
Oh no, you have dark vision. Nothing you have to worry about.
If you have something lit using the light spell, then you have
I do.
light conditions as per usual.
All right.
What's
So
the light spell distance?
who's currently visible?
What's the light spell distance?
Very,
I would've
very
stayed-
visible.
Neat.
Are you doing light spell? What's the distance on it?
Remember's mine.
30.
Oh,
30?
you're not on the map.
Us. Cause and effect is kind of a bitch. You can see
20-foot radius.
So I'm because I stayed away from you guys.
Yeah, moved into the clearing. So.
it's going to make an attack on Os.
Oh, so it's going to charge across the.
Yes.
Oh.
Specifically, it's going to charge using a charging attack.
Oh.
Is the totem in
Were you
straight line
right,
distance
right?
with it to Os?
Yes.
It's going to plow right through it.
Oh fuck! I'm behind the totem.
Boy.
Oh, cool. I'm just out of it.
Dodge and parry, dodge and parry. Oh, wait.
Well, shit. It's not going to hit Os because you're in the way.
I'm invisible, just so you know.
I'll make
You're
it-
in the way of the charge. I know.
I'll
It's
make
fine.
it attack at disadvantage then. Actually,
You can feel you if you charge
dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. I can do that. That would be a 24.
Okay. So you can see this thing coming.
Just like,
And
nope!
You're not the target of the attack and invisible. You'll be able to move out of the way.
I'm gonna dive to the north, just dive and roll.
Os does a 26 hit.
Jeez.
Sure.
Question. Well, so my horse is technically also before him because I moved into the clearing and the horse is right there. So I don't know if it hits the horse or me instead of him, or if it like steps slightly to the side to get to him. Because right now the straight line leads to my horse.
Okay, thematically it would move straight line distance, but I rolled to see who it's targeting, and it would be targeting
I
Os.
am well lit. But on that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt it as a reaction. Since it's coming right at me, I'm gonna try my warding flare to give it disadvantage on that attack.
Okay.
Once it gets to 30 feet, obviously.
Unfortunately, a 19 hits, correct? With disadvantage.
Yeah.
You can't swing with shit! Subtract 7 from that roll with my cutting words.
That does
Use of
not
my
hit.
reaction.
Okay. It's bearing down on you when it hears something that
From the
throws.
thing that it missed.
Yeah.
Apparently, the totem has something to say to it. It doesn't understand it. But it would stop and drive its horns like 2 inches in front of you. You're within.
Thank you, Lathander.
And that's not a spell, so it doesn't break your.
Nope, it does not break my concentration
Your
on
next
invisibility.
Os.
Correct.
Okay. It's going to take a swing at you and your horse.
Lovely.
Use my reaction. Use my reaction.
Is it only that attack?
15.
That does not
Yeah.
hit me. It would hit the horse? Question mark.
How's it was?
Hi.
The dice are in your favor.
Ha!
It,
I'm on the horse.
it swung up, narrowly missing your noggin.
Neat.
Okay. Now it is Melik's turn.
I'm going to go 5, 10, 15 feet here. Break my concentration of my invisibility. Drop that mofo. To use my spell Conjure Animals to conjure 2 challenge rating 1 animals.
Okay.
Giant octopuses.
Octopuses is actually acceptable.
Alright. Where do you want to place them?
Okay, so they are considered large, so 4x4 square, right?
3x3.
3x3. Oh, same as him?
Large or 2x2?
Larger 2x2, sorry. He's a huge creature.
Okay, so I'm dropping one right here, right next to him. That is my octo guy. And why not right here too? Splat. Octopi.
That's a new one.
Your octopi will attack on
And you
your
can communicate with them.
Yes, I can.
So,
I know what those are.
is that bonus action to drop it, action to cast the spell?
I use the action to
Invisibility
cast the
is
spell, so it would
at any
just
time.
Okay.
it would just treat at
Concentration
any
is just,
time.
yeah.
So,
As soon as he
action
casted
to
the spell,
cast.
it would drop.
You've used some of your movement. What else do you got?
There's nothing else I can personally do until my octopuses are able to do their thing.
Okay, octopi attack on your initiative. I'm
Okay.
just keeping it simple. If you conjure stuff, it will attack with you.
So would they attack now or at the start of my next turn?
They'll attack now.
They'll attack
I
now.
don't want to punish you guys for conjuring and not getting a use in.
Alright, so I'm going to go anime on this guy and grapple him with both. So it would be tentacle attack initiates the grapple. So I need these guys. That's one. One gets an 18 plus 5 to hit, so one's got a 23 to hit and the other one only has a 6 to hit.
The 23 will hit.
Okay, I'm gonna put 01 and 02. Okay, so he needs to clear a DC 16 to not be grappled.
Is that athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics for the initial, either for breaking it afterwards.
What she said.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because it does a declare on here, so
Alright.
I'm not sure.
That you have to do
Does it
strength.
deal damage?
Yeah, the one that hit would deal damage.
No, you hit it, and then the creature is grappled. Until the grappled ends, the target is restrained, and the octopus can't use its tentacles against another. So no, he just takes damage, so you roll 2d6 plus 3.
What kind of damage is it?
Borrow these guys.
Bludgeoning.
Magical or non-magical?
Non-magical, so that would be 7 non-magical bludgeoning, and it would be considered grappled.
Plus strength.
10. You get plus 3 to that.
Yeah.
10 non-magical bludgeoning damage, and it is grappled.
Okay.
If the creature decides to use its action to break free, it's a DC 16.
Okay.
And it gets either or. Like octopus has to use strength. I guess it's not contested, it's just TC.
Anything else, Melik?
So that's all I got.
Alright. That brings up Nasari with a 19.
I'm gonna scurry my butt to the other side of the forest, away from it. And then with my bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon right next to it.
Alrighty.
And make my attack roll. Technically, casting a spell pops me out of invisibility, so I'm not sure if the swing gets advantage or not. So
Probably not.
just gonna roll natural here. 17 plus 7.
That will hit.
So that is 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So 5 points of force damage.
Of force damage.
For force damage, correct. That's my bonus action, and with my actions, I'm going to say, who makes Atropia wet their britches? This guy does! That's a wisdom saving throw.
It is 12.
That is not a success, so he's going to take 5 points of psychic damage and have disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Right on. Why don't you go ahead and make a free perception roll?
Free perception roll. I'm not very perceptive. Ooh, natural 20 though. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's 23.
So, 10 feet into the wood line to your north and south,
Yeah.
2 other things. Medium sized.
Shit, there's more!
Don't look friendly.
What?
Okay. Thank you. I'm done. Action and bonus action.
Boss with a 15.
Yes. Double checking my
Glad I brought in the opposites.
spell save real quick because I don't know if I got it right.
Well, they're on dry land, so we only have an hour with them.
Level, so that's what matters.
I'm just excited to see something I
I
read.
want to make sure it didn't go down a point. Alright. I don't see the other things, so I know. That is surprising. I shall turn it to so I'm not hitting big guy on the horse. Tasty horse. And burning hands, kind of like this, over to the side.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Right, so what's he gotta do?
Wu-Tang. Dexterity save at 15.
Is that at disadvantage with the
Grappled condition?
No.
Okay.
No.
Restrained,
Which I never
but
understood.
it's not.
It is restrained.
It's just grappled, not restrained.
It is restrained.
If you're grappled,
From the
damage.
octopus.
Does it say grapple damage?
Correct. It does say
it's restrained.
Wasn't sure if restrained
I thought
imposed
the
disadvantage.
restraints did, yeah.
I think it
Conditions, restrained. Disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
But being grappled isn't.
Correct. Grapple is just speed 0.
What's your DC?
15.
Does not pass.
I'm sorry, if you're grappled, I don't think you'd be very good at, like...
Fire damage.
Will this singe my octopi?
It is not targeting it.
15 feet, so it's 15 feet big, so...
Fire damage then.
Full fire damage.
It's a 15-foot cone that literally just heat it
Yeah.
picks up.
Yeah, I'll just hit the front of it here and grab at his back legs. And that's it.
Okay. That's gonna bring up Cavariel.
Camarel was gonna look around. He just yelled that there's more. Do I see where there's more from? I'm not far from him.
I'm pointing in the woods.
He pointed over in the woods that
How
there's more.
much dark vision do you have as a
60 feet.
Are you 60 feet away from it?
From him?
Yeah.
I am
Okay, where are you?
5, 10, 15, 20 feet
I think
from
you.
him.
Is that you?
You have 120.
I think you have 120 as a Gloomstalker.
Oh, that's you.
It's at 60 and it increases it by 30 if I already have dark vision.
Oh, so 90.
90. Yeah.
No, I'm human. I don't have dark vision.
Oh.
So you have 30.
I was like, oh look, I actually
No, it
can
gives you
choose
60 unless you already. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you 60 unless you already have dark vision, and then it increases your dark vision by 30.
Okay, perception at advantage.
It's weird.
We're all arguing the semantics of dark vision over here.
Well, I mean, it's, perception advantage is 22.
Okay. You can see
They're
two.
large size? Medium.
No, they are medium.
Okay. And about how far outside of the forest are they?
They were 10 feet north and south from you in the woodline.
Oh, we're fence.
10 feet north and south.
So like here and like here.
10 foot into the woodline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So it's not that far from me.
Yeah.
You can see
That's...
two medium creatures look a
The
lot
one is
like-
5, 10, 15 from me.
Okay, you can see two creatures medium sized look a lot like werewolves.
Okay, I'm going to cast Werewolves. Hunter's
You're gonna
Mark.
cast werewolves?
No, I'm gonna yell, wow, werewolves!
What the fuck is that spell?
Cast Hunter's Mark on the one that's 15 from me.
Okay.
And then I am going to go up to it.
Stabby, stabby.
It is.
There's
in
wolves?
It's in hybrid form.
Okay, that's fine.
Ah. So
Does it
the
have-
big one isn't, but the little ones are.
That's fine. I will make my attacks against it.
Okay.
Which does it have vision other than dark vision? I don't think werewolves do, but I figured I better double check.
It can smell you.
But it can't see me.
That is correct.
So the effect is
It can sell me to make it
blinded.
Yeah,
position.
so it could make it a disadvantage attacks against me.
Okay.
And I get to make advantage attacks against it. Like, it smells me to know where I'm at, especially if I'm gonna hit it. It knows where I just hit it from, but... That's why I want to double check because I get advantage if it can't see me. So that's going to be a 25.
Alright, we'll hit.
And that's going to be a 2d8 and plus a d6 for the first attack. And that is going to be 3, 8, 13 plus 5, 18 magical slashy damage.
Feels like it should have done as much damage as you would have thought.
Attack 2. 19 and 1. So 20, 77.
Okay.
That's just a d8 and a d6. So it's 6 plus 5. So 11 points of magical slashy damage.
Okay.
And then last hit. Which is going to be a dirty 20.
No hit.
And that is going to be 10 magical slashy damage.
Okay.
And then I am going to skirt around it a little. I'm going to stay right up next to it, but because then it's going to have a greater chance of not knowing where I'm at.
Were any of those attacks using silver?
They were all with a magical weapon.
Okay.
Because I used Hunter's Mark for my bonus action, so I didn't use my silver weapon.
Okay. Just wanted to know.
Which should be the same. Oh, they can heal if it's not silver, isn't it?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know what these creatures are.
Well, I'm an expert in monsters. Werewolves are not my specialty. Well, they are my specialty, along with many
None
other
of this
things.
is my specialty.
Is that all you got?
Yeah. So, and then I moved away to give it a chance of potentially not swinging where I'm not at.
Okay. Lauren.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action. I have tempestuous magic, so immediately before I cast a spell of first level or higher, I can fly 10 feet.
Alrighty.
Wind surrounds me, and I can move without opportunity attacks with that.
Okay.
So I'm just going to kind of move back 10 feet. I want it within 10 feet of me, so kind of on the edge. I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
Alrighty.
That is 17.
17 will hit.
Okay. It's going to take 1d.
I lifted it up to
12. That is 10 lightning damage. When I cast a spell that deals lightning damage, I can channel lightning through me.
Okay.
And so he takes an extra 3 lightning damage on top of that.
Total of 13 points
Yes.
of lightning damage. Right.
I'm going to stay right there, holding that beam.
Okay. Is that all you got?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not one of those ones who can't think of it. Please bundle them all.
Except for that dice.
Hang on a second, let me move them real quick.
The werewolf north of Nisari is gonna run up and take a swing at you.
There's a person next to that one, are you sure?
That's an invisible person.
He can't see me.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
So
the
I attacked the north one.
Okay.
So
the
I.
south one is running towards you.
Oh, okay.
Well, I wasn't sure if he's like, I
The
can't
one-
see him.
Yeah, no, the one next to you is going to attempt to take a swing at you.
Does the one that attacked have resistance to lightning? The big, huge creature.
Doesn't appear to.
Okay.
Would he not have resistance if he did?
He would not if he did.
Okay, doesn't appear to have it.
Okay.
It's 55 feet away from Nisarius. Just so you're aware.
I'm
Unless we put it
sadly
in the wrong
close.
spot.
Yeah, there's a
I'm
druid.
unfortunately right in between who you're going for.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Please tell me he just leaps over me on his way. Like I'm not threatening.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna attack you then.
Well,
Remember, you're
Fortunately-
expendable, just like last time.
fortunately, I got my brown pants.
You want to move the square?
I thought they were your yellow pants.
Move the square, move the square.
Okay.
Move my square.
Carl. I was laughing so hard.
17.
Meat.
Outshine.
No, don't say it like that. At least give me hope that I might survive.
It's gonna bite ya.
Ouchie.
Like, playfully?
You don't like that, what are you?
We're about to find out.
It's going
Like,
to be 5 points of piercing damage. And I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
Don't really like you saying those words.
Hey, there are rules for playing like Canterbury, so maybe you'll just become badass. You'll like
Hey, that was...
I will use my reaction since I've had my turn
Yeah.
to reduce the damage that he takes by 8.
19 was my Constitution save.
Okay. It bites you. Doesn't feel like it does as much damage as it should have.
Bad dog, down.
Now
he's
it's
not
coming
a
after
dog
you.
anymore.
You reduced it by 8,
Yes, I
so you
reduced it
took
by.
no damage.
I reduced the damage you took by 8.
Okay. Then it's gonna swing at you with a claw attack.
This one he can't stop.
Yeah, I can't do that.
That is gonna be a dirty 20.
At least not an actual 20.
So I got my reaction back.
Ouch.
Eating the last one split.
Will you stop saying those words?
That is going to be 10 points of slashing damage.
Can I go back to the other damage? Please.
Sorry.
Nope.
Well then.
That's how it always works.
Nuts.
Then
I
it
feel obligated to bite him back.
is going to growl menacingly at you on... Do you have handle animal?
Animal handling?
Yes.
Roll that.
Kind of.
Animal, do you mean animal skill, animal handling?
Yes, that's...
That would be 13.
Seems like it's warning you.
Okay.
Call the octopus to grapple it. Oh, where are you? Where are you?
The other one
Who's near enough to see me?
is gonna badly swing at
But
the
is it-
invisible...
Is it swinging where I attacked it from? Because I
Going to
moved.
make a disadvantaged attack.
Okay.
That's gonna miss, and
Can werewolves speak druidic?
he's gonna miss the... cannot. So it swings once and bites where it thinks you are. Neither seem particularly effective. That will bring up Damien.
Whee! I've had my plans and my backup plan ready for a while, so I am going to mighty clock so that my back corner of this is now up here. I'm gonna cast Thunderous Smite
Alrighty.
and shout "Begone, thought."
I like it.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to, after having cast this Thunderous Smite, use a 2nd level Smite! Be gone, thoughts!
You must teach me that one.
1 second, let me verify that does 2d6.
2d8.
No, so the
Thunderous
Smite I'm
Smite.
using a 2nd level, so I get 3d8, and this Thunderous Smite does 2d6, and then the weapon does 1d8. And that is 3 1s. Lovely, lovely. 1d1 combined damage, 6 of which is from my strength modifier and the non-magical sword. The rest of that is magical, radiant, and thunder damage.
How much is radiant?
Radiant being 10. 10. And 5 being thunder damage. And it needs to make a strength saving throw, which I have no doubt it will pass, but if it does, there's things to be said.
Does it being grappled and restrained affect its saving throws?
No, it's right there. My back end is right here.
Strength save.
You want right here?
Correct.
Like that?
Does restrained affect strength save?
No, it does not.
Bummer.
Oh, sweet.
That's gonna be a 30.
That's fine. Yeah, it doesn't get knocked prone or pushed away from me. That's okay. I'm gonna use my second swing on it though.
The damage that you did, some of it looked particularly effective.
Okay. Yeah. I wonder how low this thing's AC is. Does a 12 hit?
Nope.
Yeah, it's got big furry hide. Yeah, so
Free insight check.
oh yeah, my attack rolls have advantage because it's restrained though. See if that first one, not a crit. Second one is a 23 instead.
That'll hit.
I
Only if
don't.
that first one was a crit.
I can only guess that I'm not gonna need a magical weapon. I'm just gonna need more smiting. So I'm just gonna not thunderous, but so this one is the base damage. Much better this time. 17 radiant and 12 non-magical slashing.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's the radiant that's doing it.
Yeah, the radiant seems really effective, and it is currently bloodied.
Oh shit! Also, the first smack made a sound that is audible within 300 feet.
Neat.
Just like we need more attention to us right now.
But I really liked it.
With all this radiant damage,
any-
do I notice that too by chance?
Roll investigation.
Investigate. Right here and here.
Are we rolling up or down?
3.
Round it up.
3.
3. And I rounded that up.
You would look everywhere that he hasn't hit because clearly that's the secret.
Exactly.
My extra lightning damage is only 2.
Okay.
It's 1 hit point difference, but
Yeah, it's
being honest,
not gonna make a whole lot of it.
I read it wrong.
Neat. Hey, there's more howling in the woods after 300 foot loud strike. Fun times.
Yes, always.
Wonderful.
That's gonna be top of the round. So it is going to attempt to break the grapple with one of the octopi.
Yay!
Is it only grappled by one?
Restraining it.
It's only grappled and restrained by one. The other one missed.
Okay.
But the other one's gonna try again.
What was the DC?
16.
So a 25 clears that.
Oh.
Would, like,
Oh.
grab, just pull it off.
Ooh, calamari.
No!
Oh, you pissed off a sea person.
Well, obviously.
Don't mess with
Highs
Aquaman's
or
people.
lows.
Aquaman? Yeah, no.
Needs an elder.
Woman.
Aquaman.
Highs? The dice are not in your favor.
That's because that's my domain. I'm on the horse.
So
I'm literally on the high horse.
breaks the grapple.
He's got the high ground.
Staring at you. And it's gonna use its ram horn attack.
But can Can I duck behind the werewolf?
Right through the octopus?
Yeah, because it's got two.
He's currently here.
Yeah, and it's got these two.
Og, and then there's me, and then there's the octopus, and then there's the broken totem, which I took the liberty of knocking over.
Okay.
Odds, evens. Odds.
Ah!
It's going to use its ram horns against you.
Oh. Now I feel bad that you stuck up for me.
That is currently, unless anyone else has any input, going to be 27.
Disadvantage. Blinding flash. Warding flare.
Better. That's going to be 20. So 27 to hit currently.
Stop trying to help!
The other one was a natural 19 plus. So
Fuller would never say that.
Why?
That's right.
Oh my.
no other contributions from anyone.
No.
All right.
Sadly.
Gallery is silent.
Is that an AoE or is that a specific attack?
Yeah, take its head.
Back. Okay.
Which is literally.
What I rolled to see was whether or not for breaking the grapple that would use all of its multi attacks. That is going to be 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hey guy, how you doing?
I look better than some of you still.
Want a
And to
soda?
even it out, it's gonna try to claw at the cleric.
Oh.
Claw.
Yes.
Are all of its attacks at disadvantage when you use warding flare?
Just
or
the next
one.
attack.
Just the one.
Okay.
There also is a horse.
Even it out.
I'm just reminding you.
So 25
So
Y'all. He's clawing or hoofing me?
claw.
He's got claws?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was a Gorgon.
Said that the Gorgonians are not actually
No, but I
Gorgons.
still thought it was a Gorgon for some reason.
A big furry Gorgon.
17
That's right there.
points of slashing damage and strength saving throw.
17 points?
Yes.
Saving throw for strength.
Yep.
Oh, strength, you have a +4 to your saving throw.
Okay, so 15.
15 clears.
Ha!
You are not.
Now I have
prone.
that, but thank you.
I have an aura of protection.
Uh-huh.
You're within 10 feet of me, correct?
Alright.
I am.
Technically, yes.
That is all of
At the
its
back end of the horse.
attacks.
Yeah.
It is now Milk's turn.
I would like my octopi to go first.
Oh,
Okay.
never mind.
So,
Hold on.
octopi 1,
So that
octopi 2.
did hit.
And I am going for grabby tentacles again.
I don't have his aura.
Oh.
I'm
How much did you
15
get?
feet away.
Okay.
I already had an 11.
Oh,
Octopus.
You would be knocked prone.
Yes.
Octopus 1 got a 24 to hit. Octopus 2 got a 19 to hit.
Both lead hit.
Perfect.
So,
So-
6 plus 3.
Octopus 1 does 6 damage.
Regular.
Regular, yeah.
Okay.
Octopus 2 does 10 non-magical. And now he is grappled and restrained twice.
Okay. Can he?
So the first one would have given the second one advantage if you announced them and such.
Thanks for reminding me.
Attacks aren't magical, so it's like.
Yeah, and then Melik is going to cast Moonbeam dead center on it, making a 5-foot square of Moonbeam on him. And that he needs to pass a Constitution saving throw of, it does not say.
Your DC.
Yeah, it's my DC, which is 13.
Can make that.
How's the
even think
flavor of 27 sound?
You know what? You still take half radiant damage, dang it.
So regular radiant damage. How much damage does he take?
Let's find out together. So that would be half of 13.
So all of 13.
All of 13.
Normally would have taken double.
Yeah. So 13 radiant damage, and if he ends his turn or starts his turn there, he takes damage again.
He doesn't have a lot of say in that currently.
True. Fucking great.
Yeah. Or ends, correct?
Huh?
Start.
That's what I'm trying to read.
What's it cast?
Moonbeam.
Oh.
Yeah. If it sells, when it starts its turn.
Or enters it for the first time in a
Yeah.
turn. Yeah.
Alright, sorry, you're up.
Alright, well, I'm gonna slither on over towards the guy on the horse, and interaction with the bloody cloth hair. I found this! I don't know if
I
it's...
am concentrating on the giant prairie beast. You
So I'm just gonna, like,
trying to daintily hand me
like
something.
stuff it in a pocket or set it on the horse at this point in time. I don't know.
Your saddle. Shoved between like the lower thigh and the saddle.
Bonus action to cause the spiritual weapon to attack the big fuzzy thing.
Okay.
That's going to be a 13.
13 is not gonna hit.
Dang. Alright, then I'm going to use my action to cast Call Lightning.
Was that an attack?
You have to teach me that.
Oh, it would be at advantage because he's restrained. Thank you for that. So that's
Twice
20.
restrained.
Natural 20 or dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Filthy 20
That's going to be 8 points of force damage.
Yay!
Thunk.
The hell?
I will cast then Call Lightning, and as part of the action when I cast this spell,
Pause. So where do you hit it?
right on its rump.
Well, it's facing you.
Yeah, I never moved the hammer, so I'm just gonna like slap it. It's that butt.
So
Slap that.
He's like, good game.
it hit like its major blood vessel,
Oh,
and up and down its flank, like facing you.
yeah.
You'd see the skin disgorge and monster blood splash everywhere as it crumples down dead.
I think I got it.
What did you kill?
The big thing.
Big thing?
He killed the big
Oh
thing.
god, that was awful.
I'm still going to summon lightning because there was a bunch of wolves and shit like that, and then 5 feet behind, like right here, I'm gonna call down a bolt of lightning just right behind that thing, just there. So it needs to make a dexterity saving
The
throw.
werewolf.
The werewolf does.
Okay, so what you just killed was a Chort.
The Chwart.
Chort.
I don't know what a Chort is.
It's not a Wendigo.
No, it's not.
But it sure hurt like one.
So the werewolf makes a dexterity saving throw.
7.
That is gonna fail. He's gonna take 18 points of lightning damage.
That's not the one I've been hitting.
He's out.
When I see this werewolf get zappity zapped, I would shout, "Wait!"
You can see its medical history.
I think
That was
they were trying to warn me of something.
Werewolves are evil.
Oh crap!
Try to move the rest of the way around the horse.
It's pointing at you as you say that.
Yeah. See, warning, warning.
Warning.
Are we out of initiative at this point? Or no?
Depends. Do you want to continue fighting or...
Well, I'm gonna.
Is-
I fight.
werewolf.
These are monstrous, evil things, and I hunt them.
Okay.
Well, I guess it comes down to who was next.
Yeah, who's next in the initiative order?
It
Yeah.
is Oz.
Well, I have big, giant, bloody, furry mass in front of me, so I might not have seen that one pointing. But I see the one over there fighting something.
Swinging around.
Yeah, swinging wildly, so I'm gonna guide him. Stand up.
It's out. There's no light over there. You don't have dark vision. I thought.
Oh, that's good.
You don't.
I
You don't
can't
see either
it.
of us.
So actually, I see nothing. Except I saw a lightning
that
bolt.
direction.
You saw the lightning bolt.
You're fighting over there.
But
That's
did
right,
you
I
hear
can't
me
see.
say wait?
Yeah, but it only goes like 20 feet.
Would he have heard me call
30
out
feet,
that
right,
he's
30
trying to
feet
warn
down.
us?
Oh, good point.
Maybe.
Let me look.
Light cantrip?
Yeah.
I thought she just said it was 20
20
feet.
20 foot.
Radius.
Yeah, 20 foot bright, 20 foot dim, so I could see 40 feet.
Yeah, you could see that.
It'd be kind of broken, but you'd see
Dim.
it. It'd be dim, so you could.
So it's like
I
swinging
see
around.
something over there swinging around, and I know it's not one of my group. Yeah, I'll definitely guiding bolt it.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'd stand up first, but and I don't have like it doesn't have anything on it that gives me any sort of advantage, right?
No.
No.
All right. It's just a normal attack. 22.
That'll hit.
So you were right here,
Yes.
and you ran how far?
I didn't. I stood up. You just stood up. I got knocked
Oh,
down
guiding
by
bolt.
the
Got it. Okay.
Short.
He got knocked down, but he got
He got
up
up
again.
again.
Yeah, getting.
Never
You
keep
never
him
keep him
down.
down? Yeah.
Oh, please don't.
Oh, damn.
15 radiant damage, and it is glowing for around.
So you would
You just illuminated me.
I eliminated it.
you
Yes.
your monster hunting friend.
But there's a emit light in a radius.
As it doesn't matter because it collapses down as you hit it.
Oh, that's just to the ground. The corpse is glowing.
Yeah. Tis. You have advantage to hit that, by the way.
Do you have any more actions, bonus actions, movement?
I can move. I will. That was a spell, so I can't do anything but cantrips, but have none of those. 1, 2, 3. I will move up behind the horse. I've got 15 feet. Go right there. Or next to, I guess he was facing it, so.
Gabriel, it is your turn.
Averell, hold on 1 second.
Doesn't emit.
Okay.
So we still don't see you.
Now. Okay. The other one's out of range for me to move. I heard other howling.
Yes.
Do I see any of other things coming at us?
Not yet.
Okay. Wanted to know if I should start closing distance.
The 27 at disadvantage was a natural 19 and a natural 18 as the rolls that I got, by the way.
Alright, well
It's just amazing.
did I bonus action move Hunter's Mark to the other werewolf,
Okay.
and I have no more movement to continue closing the gap.
Okay.
Well, I could have bonus action go. I mean, action dash go on.
Alright. Laura.
I don't think I can see any fighting. Could I hear it from? I think I'm 35 feet away from the other werewolf.
It's
like
illuminated
in
now.
the light.
Ish.
It's in my light now.
Okay. Yeah, you can see it.
Okay. I'm gonna
Depends on how
go
big that short
5,
body is.
10.
Big 15-foot pile.
That's blocking her view. I don't know if you can go over the
She's flying.
casting. So you can fly with it.
I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt. I couldn't see that. I'm gonna cast it at second level.
I wouldn't stop fighting it. It's an evil monster.
I don't know what any of these are, and they just look terrifying, and so it's gonna happen. So it is a ranged spell attack.
Chaos Bolt's a cool spell.
Yes, that is 23. I'm pretty sure.
Will hit.
Like that
Yeah.
chromatic orb.
Okay, I haven't done this in a while. 2d8 and 2d6. Alright. Pink one is.
Is it the full moon?
They're not the same.
It wasn't in the
Lightning damage!
Got frizzled twice.
Shocking!
That's a total of 20. Question as a DM, because we can never really identify this. Heart of the Storm says when I start casting a spell that deals lightning or thunder damage, it does deal lightning or thunder damage if you roll for that. So
Yeah,
it's
sure, you're fine.
Okay, so. Oh, but I'm not. Never mind. Doesn't matter. I'm not that close to him. But like, if I were that close to him, that would be okay. So it's just 20 lightning damage.
Okay, not looking so hot.
Sweet.
Well, I mean, like, objectively it would look hot since it's been struck by lightning.
Twice. Lightning does strike twice.
That werewolf seriously guessing his choices right now.
It's going to use its action to polymorph into its human form. Say, stop fucking attacking me!
Call lightning.
You can see that he is wearing Ariana colors.
Is he almost dead?
Whoa!
He is fucked up.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on him?
On your turn.
He's also evil.
No, I mean, I thought
The Atropians are the bad one. The bad guy.
But if he can shape at will, he is evil. To be a werewolf and shape at will, you are evil. Plain and simple. He's accepted to become evil.
How do you know that's how
You just
this
said that's
DM's world works?
Oh, so that is the same in this world. That to accept your werewolf gift, you have to become. Is it chaotic evil to be a werewolf? I can't remember their exact evil.
But his
nature.
wording also, he said he polymorphed into a human form.
Wow.
Not just shapeshifted.
No, it is
There's a difference.
It is a werewolf. I don't use typically the hard monster stats, so saying like don't fucking attack me. What you guys choose is on you guys. If you believe it's chaotic evil and go like I'm gonna save humanoids, but not this one, that's on you.
Well, he's still a werewolf in human form. Like that's what I want to determine.
Where are we
is
at?
it still
Yeah.
a?
Real good question. Where are we at? Because he used his action to transform.
Yeah, I said action to transform, which is something it can do from the stat block, is free action. Stop fucking attacking me in Ariana colors. Okay, the next person in initiative is Damien.
Where is this one?
It's
There. Yeah.
the one that's been hit by lightning.
I'm gonna take
rising
my
off the table.
horse
I dare say he was
around
thunder.
the outside of the weird
outside.
hissing person and up behind M, and I'm gonna pull out of my bag one of the many series of manacles and toss them to the werewolf. Put them on.
Action economy dictates I can't do that.
I'm waiting to see how they react. That's my thing. Is I'm providing them that, and that will dictate the action.
It was a reaction he put out his hands, and Sam could.
He has no action at this moment.
So the short is dead. So Melik, you are at the top of the round.
Alright, seeing he's been a crispy critter, knowing my friends might not like it, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on him. I'm gonna touch him and do my thing.
Yeah.
How's Bree gonna feel about this?
Alright, that would be a total of 6 hit points.
Better than he was.
Alright, so I'm going to ask him, why are you here and why did you warn us?
We're hunting the chort.
I think we got it for you.
After we let it to you.
How is this our fault?
There's no fault to be had. Just stop fucking attacking me.
Okay. Well, while you were hunting a chort, we were hunting a wendigo.
Yes.
Stop saying that!
It's not Voldemort.
So the Wendigo's totem is broken, and it doesn't channel its power when you say it here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that.
Also, the chort broke it, so...
If that wasn't a wendigo, that was a chort,
Yes!
then why does this book that we have a picture of that thing and says it's a wendigo?
It's not a Wendigo! That's a chort! The Wendigo's in the wildwood. We found it. Didn't turn out well for us. Obviously.
Yeah.
Ew. Who are you?
It turned them to werewolves.
I'm an Ariana soldier, damn it!
Well, I get
Wait,
that.
are you the missing soldiers?
You were an Ariana soldier.
Am still in my colors, thank you very much.
It's your initials OG.
No, OC.
Where's OG?
Didn't survive the transformation.
Oh, I was just hoping he wasn't coming from the north.
I'm gonna trot over to where the other corpse is and hop down. Does it look well and truly dead, or on the
Mostly
making
dead.
its transition?
It says that it goes to its true form when it dies, and I suppose its true form is a werewolf.
So my question is, with my
Because he failed 3 tests.
ability to heal, I am going to reach down and cast Lay on Hands for 1 hit point and see what happens.
It will sputter, like look up, like extend its hands, like
I'm gonna reach a hand up.
it'll use its action to become human.
I'm so confused.
Where are you on soldiers?
Were Ariana
What?
soldiers.
Are you fucking bastard?
I'm gonna call lightning down on the totem pole. I summoned it! I might as well use it!
Ash.
Oh.
True.
Well, bygones be bygones. You didn't properly know that we tried to warn you. Did Siggy tell you about us?
Told us someone had left, and we were told from the peasants that you went towards the wildwood.
Pursuing Atropians.
Yes.
Found the Wendigo.
Instead, or
How'd
as
that go?
well?
Do you now serve the Wendigo?
Don't have
How'd
much.
that go?
Don't have much choice in it. His harem's werewolves. They got us. Brought us to him.
I guess
I
that
will
will. I'll reiterate
be like,
that
so
question.
you were Ariana soldiers, and swing to hit. The werewolves are pure evil, and I just kill evil
What is
things.
happening?
That's not an advantage. I'll just take the 16 as a lower one. Plus 8, so
Wendigo.
24. It says it serves the
Subtract
Wendigo.
4
24 will hit it.
from the damage. I will cutting words you.
Oh, still 20.
So 20 points of damage. So
20 to hit.
20 to hit.
okay,
To that one.
20 hits that one.
And I moved my hunter's mark to it.
Dexterity saving
I
throw.
did.
You just
5 feet behind you, I will call lightning.
It's not your turn. You can't use it as a reaction.
I'll wait till my turn. That's fine.
7 and 6 is 13 plus 5, so 18 magical slashing damage.
And 1 hit point left. It's down.
And then I will make my way towards the other one. Did they stay where they were at? Werewolves are evil. They do nothing but kill
Ariana,
innocent
fucking
people.
soldier!
He's a person though.
Not anymore. They can still look human, but they are no longer.
But they have information about the Wendigo and that Wendigo's harem. They could tell us important things like how many there are and where.
Assuming that we're not an initiative, I'm gonna heal this other one again, as
I will continue to move to it.
And you're gonna have to make a dexterity saving throw. I will call lightning down upon you.
I typically don't do PvP for this reason.
It'll
because
land 10 feet in front of you, and I will say, not one more step, or the next one lands on you.
anyone can be redeemed.
Ariana, soldier.
Agree to be shackled and to be spare for now.
I was already doing that, for fuck's sake!
I killed the one he was getting ready to shackle.
No, this one.
I went and killed this one.
That's the one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was already making my way to him. I went and killed the other one.
Oh, the other one had more
Just
hits than
killed
Oh
him.
yeah, that
I
was the
thought you
one.
killed the one that he had. That had
No, I continued moving to the other one that was never down.
It's like finishing
Okay.
the dishes.
So
And
that's the one that, as I understand, that's the one that has the shackles.
The one that I went and rezzed did not have the shackles.
Yeah, so the one that has the shackles was actively playing that. You said put the shackles on his leg.
Yeah.
So yes, accurately.
I walked to the. I said agree to be shackled. So the first one I walked to, I continued walking to the one that he was shackling. That
I
was the
wasn't
one
actively shackling anyway. I said,
oh yeah,
close off.
that he said put them onto.
Regardless, the survivor, the one you're talking to, actively has shackles, says, I'm already fucking doing that. And shackle, say, fuck's sake.
So answer the previous question. Do you still serve the Wendigo?
He said not
I
by
have
choice.
more say than others at the moment. It said, fight its rival, and we found it.
This rival would be the
Short.
The short.
Can you communicate with the Wendigo that we killed its rival?
I don't know that that would work, but Siggy might know.
What
I would
purpose
say,
did the chort serve? What was its purpose, the chort?
The Chort was local here. Monster of the wood.
And the Wendigo is not.
They compete for territory, I imagine.
Where is its domain?
Which,
The Wendigo.
north in the Wildwood. It's marked by its totems.
Why would the Wendigo not kill the Chort itself?
We have a map. Show us on the map. Point with your nose. I hold it by his up to kind of like up to his face a little.
Elves are assholes.
Not an elf.
I'm a human.
Not an elf.
I'm a human.
Not an elf. That's an elf.
You wrote elves are assholes on the map! This area.
Go over with my ink quill and kind of like circle the area that he did with his nose.
You can see that generally where you've been told previously where the Wildwood would be, he's circled that with like the blood coming from his nostrils.
Why, gods, was I cursed with this destiny?
This is so much fun.
It'll be better once he's taken care of.
Manufacturing. What purpose does it serve?
It helps us communicate over long distances and mark the Wendigo's territory, as I understand it.
And with this one broken, what effect does that have beyond severing the communication?
This Wendigo won't be able to affect the nature around it. It'll stay forest, not primordial forest.
So if we were to destroy the totems, its power would wane?
Yes. It might
That sounds like a good thing.
How many totems are there?
I've seen 3. I know that there's more.
7. Horcruxes.
What is a Horcrux?
Evil relics.
So we're coming right up to 9. What are people's cutoffs? I don't think we could hunt the Wendigo in
that kind of time.
Go back to
Oh
town
my god, it rushed out of the woods.
and potentially.
Kill it!
Well, we have to have another one shot.
It came to fix its totem. One final fight. It appears.
was broken. What's doing here?
I'm kind of down for that. Like,
So, returning to the town, you can see that the soldiers are on alert, and it appears that the area around the town had been attacked, or the camp had been attacked.
Stormy here too?
Yeah, did you see the freak lightning storm to the south?
Seeing you all approaching, Sigmund Dijkstra and Jean-Lee would step forward and say, "Where the hell were you?"
taking care of these scum.
Fighting the
We found your boy.
beast in the woods.
You were supposed to find the monster.
He's one of them.
Oh, you know what?
We found a few monsters. Let's see,
I
there
didn't
was
get a chance to state it, but I would have totally done my cunning artisan on that damn beast. That lizard man cunning artisan thing. I would have done that all day long.
All right, so you've got the.
During the time that we were talking,
I would have trophy hunted like a horn off of it.
Effectively, you can have trophies.
Pieces
Uh,
to prove it.
but Siggy would say, whatever monster you were hunting, it's not the only one in this wood. And while you were off searching for it, we were attacked.
Can I ask why you didn't tell us, Lady
And you're
Agatha was-
surprised?
If it had been Atropians, not so much of an issue. This was a monster.
That
know how to break
monster
its will.
created this monster.
But we know how to break its will.
Okay, and on that exchange, we will call it for tonight. So the short did in fact come from the woods, but beyond that, there's a Wendigo and maybe something else.
Join us next Monday for your regularly scheduled Monday Night Mountaineers. Don't forget Farm Strong coming up in a couple weeks. Grace, don't all the dates. 23rd.
They're on the website.
23rd, they're on the website. Check us out. GearGaming365.com. And thank you very much. And thank Brendan. Thanks, Dan.